Hello, my name is Manpreet Kaur, and in this video, I will be discussing how my conceptualization of science has evolved over the course of this semester. I now understand that science instruction begins with teaching elementary-age students the nature of science, so that they approach science with the right mindset and one that is free of any misconceptions. It was interesting to learn that according to research, many students start to believe that science textbooks contain irrefutable truths that can never change. Everything about science has already been discovered, and everything we know about science was observed directly by the scientists. As a future teacher, before delving into scientific concepts, I will have to make sure that my students do not hold any preconceived, incorrect notions about what science really is. Another important thing I learned was that kids love to move, and movement activities can be easily and creatively incorporated into science lessons. This concept is well supported by research, whereby studies have provided evidence on how learning can be enhanced through embodied cognition, and successful implications of playground science are well established. Research suggests that embodied cognition works because there is a strong relationship between sensory and movement experiences and conceptual thinking. Research on playground science has revealed that collaborative learning that occurs on playgrounds and a sense of independence that accompanies this experience yields a myriad of educational benefits. For Learning Task 1, I explored a science lesson that served as an amazing example of how movement can facilitate scientific learning. Building a solar system in the hallway such that the relative distance between the planets resembles the realistic placement of planets in our solar system, and having students walk from one planet to the other, helps debunk a common misconception held by many elementary-age students who end up believing that interplanetary distance is uniform. This course was able to answer a key question I had at the beginning of the semester: how do you effectively assess science learning? I now see the importance of supplementing summative assessment with formative assessment practices. Research carried out by cognitive scientists have found out that formative feedback allows students to think about their learning and identify their own strengths and areas they need to work on. This in turn significantly improves their scientific competency. In the context of science, as a teacher, I can provide students formative feedback through predicting activities, end-of-class reflective writing, concept maps, and engaging them by asking open-ended questions which will allow me to address any potential misunderstandings. For Learning Task 2, I was able to put theory into practice and firsthand saw how beneficial formative feedback practices can be when I posed open-ended questions about time travel to the students. Responding to the questions made them monitor their own thinking and allowed me to fix any misunderstandings in their thinking. It was truly a great learning experience for me. Lastly, how do I support ELL learners in science classrooms? I found 10 strategies listed in the blog post by Mrs. Lau to be highly constructive, and they have certainly made their way into my teaching toolbox. Although not based in scientific research, Mrs. Lau has years of teaching experience, which helped her compile a list of strategies that do work and can be as simple as encouraging ELL learners to talk in class, which facilitates their conversational English language skills, talking slowly during teaching, supplementing verbal and written instruction with nonverbal cues, developing scientific vocabulary using supports like anchor charts, using lots and lots of images, incorporating different cultural aspects into the curriculum, which makes learning more meaningful for ELL students, adopting multiple means of representation through manipulatives, encouraging them to express their ideas through writing often, using universal models and analogies to explain concepts, and finally providing formative feedback as much as possible. For further information on ideas talked about in this video, check out the following resources. Thank you for watching.